Have you ever had a Zillow or internet call catch you off guard? They're calling on somebody else's listing or some listing that you're not familiar with. What do you say? How do you handle it? Well, the fact is, a lot of people say something like this. Oh, hi, Mr. Buyer. I'm not at my computer right now, but if you give me the address and your information, I'll look it up and I'll get back to you. Don't do that. Please don't do that. You're going to lose the majority of your leads and you're going to kill your conversion. So what I'm going to give you today is I'm going to give you 9 of the best questions that you can ask any type of caller, Zillow caller or not, when they call in. And it's going to feed on the world of today's instant gratification. It's going to give them what they want right away, which is going to hook them in and make them stay on the call with you because you've already given them what they want. So they're going to have to stay in there to the end. Then you'll be able to follow up and you'll have more time to build rapport and to build value in their eyes to show how you differentiate yourself from other realtors. So the first question, the first thing you say when they ask about one of the properties is, when would you like to see the property? Now, don't worry. Don't say, I got to get with the listing agent. Don't get into those details or you're just going to refer them over to the listing agent if you keep saying that. So you just want to say, when would you like to see the property? And then after they give you the time, let's say it's today at 6 o'clock or tomorrow at 2 o'clock, you're simply just going to say, great, I'll see if we can get that set up. You'll follow up with your next question would be, what attracted you most to this property? This is going to help to start uncover some of their needs and some of their most important features that they're going to need in a home. Now, I find a lot of realtors jump right into, have you ever worked with a realtor? Or maybe sometimes they're even afraid to ask that. But you always want to know if they are working with someone else. You don't want to just be a door opener, and you also don't want to interfere with anyone else's relationships. But a better way of starting that conversation and kind of going down that road is simply to say, is this the first property you've inquired on? Or have you inquired on any other properties? Okay, this is going to tell you if they're just dialing the listing, calling the listing, asking for the listing agent, or leaving messages. Once you know that, you can dig in a little bit further and find out the best way to serve them. Do you have a property to sell before you purchase this one? Okay, that's a critical question that's often overlooked and missed. So do you have a property to sell before you can purchase this one? Which then sets you perfectly up for the next question, which is going to talk about financing. So are you paying cash or do you plan on using financing? Okay, now if they need financing, you can hook them up with a lender, help point them in the right direction to make things easy for you and the buyer. Would it be okay if I showed you some similar properties to this one as well? Now this is going to help identify there again some red flags. If they only want to see one property, just that one property, that's a little red flag to me of why they're so interested in just that one. Not telling you not to show it just yet because you don't have enough information. But what I'm saying is it's kind of strange. If they're really a motivated buyer and you had other properties that were similar to this one, why wouldn't they want to see it? So you want to find out that and get that permission, and it's going to give you another great reason to follow up. You see, so far in the call, we have one reason to follow up, which is to actually confirm with the appointment that we've got that appointment set with the seller. Okay. Now we have another one that we might have some other properties that will be similar to this one. Would you like me to set you up and see if you'd like to see any of those? So there's another follow-up point, more value that we're adding back to the buyer. Would you consider purchasing new construction? Now, this is one I added in there because the inventory is really low right now, and there's a lot of inventory in new construction. They might not know of the neighborhoods and builders where they could find something. Now, of course, they have to be in the right price range where new construction is available, but it's a great way for you to know that they might be out there looking for new builders or might wander into a new builder model home, and it gives you the ability to have that conversation with them now. How soon would you like to be into a home? That's going to give you the ability to really determine which bucket they fall in. Either the A, hot buyer, which is 30 days or less, B, the warm buyer, which is going to be, say, 60 to 90 days, or C, the cold buyers, which are going to be 90 days or longer. So it's going to help you start to qualify their motivation. Even though this time frame could change as you get to know them more, build more rapport, it's just going to give you a good first initial test of their motivation. Next one, how are you going about looking for properties? You want to find out, what are they doing? Are they just using properties like Zillow or Remax.com or Realtor.com? Or are they looking through real estate magazines, or are they just driving around looking for open houses? You want to kind of find out how they're going about looking for them. This opens up the opportunity there again to talk about an agent. If they have an agent, it opens up an opportunity for you to provide more value, a more proactive and productive way for them to find homes. Because we know if they're just going to Zillow, or if they're looking at real estate magazines, or they're driving around, they're just seeing the tip of the iceberg. They're not seeing all of the homes that are available and all of the homes that you have access to. So this is a great way for you to find out a little bit more about them and create more value. So there were some tips on how to increase your call conversion. When somebody calls in, you have to have a game plan. Doesn't matter what order you say them in or exactly how you say them. What's most important is that you do your best to answer each one of these questions for yourself. Consider it a successful call when you know the answer to all of these questions. And maybe some more will come up as you're asking these questions. The buyers will start to tell you more about their situation, what's going on, what they've looked at, what they've needed, which will fill in some blanks and even fill in more than this. But this is kind of the skeleton, the bare bones of what you need to know with every caller for you to rate and kind of determine where they're going to fall in the buying process. Well, I hope you found these tips helpful. And please, if you have any questions, leave a comment below, reach out and contact us, and subscribe to our page. Thanks a lot and have a great day.